Hi BookTube, it's Amy, and I'm coming to you here with a book haul. I had this set arrive in the mail today. This is Parkman's works in 12 volumes, and you can see by the slight differentiation of the color that this set is actually piecemeal. It's put together from various editions to make a complete set. There's one that's really more of a brown color, and some of them are more of a greeny tinge to the brown binding. But let's take a look on the end here. So we have the Jesuits in North America, and I'm not sure which order these go in, but these are published by Little Brown and Company. Some nice irises, it looks like, on there. And we'll open it up. Most of them seem to have the signature of someone named Edward A. Ingram in the front here, previous owner. So this one is from 1891, The Jesuits in North America in the 17th Century by Francis Parkman, author of Pioneers of France and the New World. So this one here, Pioneers of France and the New World, we now know that that one was published before this. Evidently, they were quite popular works. This is the 29th edition of the Jesuits in North America. And I'm fairly certain, published in 1867 by Francis Parkman. I'm fairly certain that I read at least one or two sections from Parkman while I was doing my English degree several years ago. Over a decade ago now. It would have been almost a decade ago that I finished my undergraduate degree. But that caught my eye. We've got a nice map there. Very clean looking set here. So these are all works of history. So we have the Jesuits in North America. We have the Oregon Trail, which may be perhaps the most well-known of the books here. Edward A. Ingram once again. Once again, 1891. So the Oregon Trail, Sketches of Prairie and Rocky Mountain Life by Francis Parkman. This one is the 8th edition, revised. Published in, looks like 1872 initially. That's when it was entered in Congress. Got a preface to the 4th edition. So that is a well-known work. Then we have The Conspiracy of Frontenac. Edward A. Ingram's signature in the front again, also an 1891 edition. The Conspiracy of Pontiac and the Indian War after the Conquest of Canada. So that would refer to the conquest of French Canada, I'm assuming, by the British. So this was published in 1870. Yeah, the War on the Borders, the Battle of Bushy Run, Frontier Forts and Settlements. So this is, a nice selection of what I would call, oops, goodness gracious, things are falling over. A nice collection of North American history, a lot of it focusing on Canada here. The Conspiracy of Pontiac. Edward A. Ingram's signature again, also an 1891 edition. Preface to the first edition. As things are falling over, that's okay. Contents of Volume 1. And I think this was Volume 2. Yep. Volume 2, Volume 1. And some of these, they have the same title on the outside, but you can't tell until you open it up whether it's Volume 1 or 2. We have La Salle and the Discovery of the Great West. This one, E.A. Ingram, Same owner again. Oh, we've got a nice map in here that actually folds out. And this is 1894. So this is part of a different printing, different edition. But evidently our original owner, perhaps back in the 1890s, combined these together. We have the old regime of Canada. Oh, we've got in ink and pencil this time. This is 1893 printing here. France and England in North America, a series of historical narratives. The old regime in Canada. So evidently, we've got 2 title pages here, which probably means they were published in different groupings. That's interesting there. Because this is the title on the spine, and then we have France and England in North America. Moving those aside, we have volumes 1 and 2, I'm assuming, of a half century of conflict. I'll just set everything on its side. Little bit of scratches there to the cloth. This is another 1894. Let's see, do we have Edward? Yes, there's E.A. Ingram's signature once again. Different pen though. That almost looks like a felt tip marker of some sort. Or some sort of different ink I'm not used to seeing. 1894. So yes, in 2 volumes. We had the good fortune to pick up volume 1 first of a half century of conflict. And I think I've read parts of this in the past as well. Eve of War, Detroit, Queen Anne's War, Acadia changes hands, Walker's expedition, Lovewell's fight, Louisburg and Acadia, Sebastian Rail, Louisiana, and so on. And this would be volume 2 here. That's a little bit damaged. 1894, volume 2. And then we'll pull these ones forward here. We have Montcalm and Wolfe, both famously died in the same battle. And there is a famous painting of it at the National Gallery here in Ottawa. That's a little odd. Some sort of sticker that someone has decided to paste in to cover something up. Edward A. Ingram's signature once again. $1.20, and I can't tell whether this was once sold for $1.20 or $120 for the set. That's not what I paid for it. Here we have a 1891 printing once again, part 7. So I'll have to put these all in order when I get them to the shelf. There's Montcalm, age 29. Dedicated to Harvard College, 1884. Supposedly one of my ancestors is, there's a statue of him on the grounds of Harvard. Never been to see it myself, but I've seen pictures online and I've been told it's there. And we'll see, I might read these in order, I might just pick whichever volume catches my fancy first. Few inky looking stains on there. The Pioneers of France in the New World. Part of this will be a refresh of my Canadian history classes all throughout school, and I'm sure a lot of it will be new. Seeing someone's portrait in here. Menendez. Pioneers of France in the New World, 1894. These are in nice condition. There's Malcolm and Wolf. That must be the second volume of Malcolm and Wolf. I will get everything in order here eventually. Where did I put the other one? Okay, there we go. Both Malcolm and Wolf. I feel like I may have just gotten some things confused here. Edward A. Ingram, 1891. Yeah, there we go. Volume 2. There's Volume 2. Volume 1, Volume 2. We have things in order. And then we have the last one here, Frontenac and New France. I think that might have been something white and powdery I picked up from the table here. 1893. Edward Ingram once again. Different ink. That signature looks slightly different. Maybe at different stages of his life. 2 title pages again. But yes, there we go. A nice set of 12 books, and I'll need to make some shelf space here.